Hey everybody, today we're going to have a look at how to join two 3-stranded ropes using a short splice. Okay, so the first rule of thumb is that you're going to need 3 tucks for natural fibre rope and 5 sets of tucks for synthetic rope. I'm using synthetic rope today, so I'm going to be doing 5 tucks, and you're going to need 3 times the rope diameter per tuck. So I'm doing 5 tucks times 3 times the rope diameter, and this is 10 mil thick, so it's 3 times 5 times 10. So I want to mark out 150 mil, and then just tie a constrictor knot at that mark. So I'll quickly show you how to do a constrictor knot in paracord because it's easier to see. Just form it into the shape of an S and then continue right around until you get the shape of an 8, and then fold that 8 down on itself just like that, and then slide it down to the distance you want and then tighten it down, and that's your constrictor knot. So now I have constrictors on both of my ropes, and they're just there to stop the rope from unraveling anymore after we start to unravel, and that's the next step, is just to unravel these strands on both of these ropes. And once you've done that, you want to just heat seal the ends here so that they don't fray as you do the tucking. Once you've unraveled your 2 ropes, you just want to marry them together, and you want to marry them so that the strands from one rope go in between the strands of the other rope. So one will go here, here and here. We just want to marry those 2 together nice and tight as you can. And then we're going to get the strands, these 3 strands. We don't want them flopping around, and we want to keep the 2 ropes together as tight as possible. And so you can tie another constrictor knot around here, or it's easier probably just to get some electrical tape and tape them up. So once they're together nice and tight, just tape those strands to the other rope with some electrical tape. Okay, we want to make sure that this rope, the bottom rope here, is married quite tight to the top rope here, and you find that there's a bit of a gap in between the 2 ropes. You can just tug on these bottom strands here, and that should pull one rope tight against the next, and then we can just pick any strand on this rope, and we want to tuck it under the strand immediately to its left, which would be this strand here. So we just need to open that up and then tuck it through, and then rotate the rope and do the exact same thing with the next strand along. You want to tuck it through the strand immediately to its left. So if I lay this strand down, the one immediately to its left is here. So I'm going to tuck it through there, open it up, and tuck it through. And then the exact same thing again, this one through the strand immediately to its left, which will be here. Tuck that one through. Just make sure it's nice and tight by pulling on all 3 strands, and then we can continue our weave, and we want to go over 1, under 1. So if I open this up again, I'm working with this strand here, over 1, under 1 here. open that next one up and tuck your strand through. Rotate the rope and go to the next one. Over one, under one. So we just want to tuck through this one here. Open it up, tuck it through. And then again, rotate your rope. Over one, under this one. And then tuck your final strand through. And that will be 2 tucks on this side. So we just need to pull all 3 strands, make sure it's nice and tight. And then we can also just roll the rope in between our hands to fair it up. And then we can locate this top constrictor knot under here and we can cut that free. Be careful not to cut the rope underneath, and then pull that out and we can start working on the other side. Okay, working on the other side now, we don't need that constrictor knot anymore, so the first thing we can do is just carefully cut that off. Again, careful not to damage the rope underneath. So we can just get rid of that. And since the splice has already been started, all we need to do is follow the exact same pattern we were following on the other side. So we take a strand and we'll go over one and then under one. So open it up and tuck it through there. And again, rotate, over one, under one, open it up and tuck it through. Rotate, and we want to go over one, under one, and tuck it through there. And now just pull on each 3 of these strands. Again, roll it just to make sure it's nice and fair. And then we continue going over one, under one, all the way up. So we've done another 1 tuck for this side. So we've got 4 more tucks to do here, and then we did 2 on this side, so we got 3 more to do here. Okay, so once you've completed the tucks on both sides, 5 on each side, then you can cut the ends short and again heat seal them, and that should be your finished splice.